and welcome to Eastern Sky Media. I'm Prashanti Mokhtan bringing you today's news bulletin in English. Kiren Rijiju is definitely making Arunachalis proud with his inclusion in the Modi cabinet as Minister of State in independent charge for Home Affairs. Rijiju will be working closely with Rajnath Singh, who will be taking charge as Home Minister. Rijiju's swearing-in ceremony was followed by the news of him getting MOS for Home Affairs the very next day. He spoke to Eastern Sky Media on how he plans to take responsibility and work for especially Arunachal Pradesh and the Northeast region in his term.
These frontal areas of Arunachal Pradesh, Sikkim and Ladakh and the whole of Northeastern region, the development has to have a complete package backed by peaceful atmosphere.
He also spoke of how development in border areas and working towards security of Northeast people are among his priorities.
Home Ministry, other than security affairs, have certain programs for developmental activities also. For example, Border Area Development Program, BADP. This is one of a major developmental package for the border areas, right from Ladakh, Arunachal and all the border areas of the country. And it has a huge fund allocated for that purpose. I feel that this BADP program under the Ministry of Home Affairs needs to be strengthened further.
Meanwhile, Congress leaders of Arunachal Pradesh, including Chief Minister Nabam Tuki, East Arunachal MP Ninong Iring and Chauna Main, winning MLA from Lekang constituency, extended their heartiest congratulations to Rijiju.
Especially for Kiren Rijiju, this morning I met him and extend my heartiest congratulations. And since he become as a Minister of State for Home Affairs, is good for Northeastern state, particularly for Arunachal Pradesh. We have a lot of problems in our region. So by seeing the gravity of the problems there in the region, they have considered his appointment as a Minister of State for Home.
इस बार की जो बीजेपी या एनडीए की सरकार है उसको हम बहुत उनसे हम आभारी हैं कि हमारे जो छोटे भाई है श्री किरेन रिजिजू को उन्होंने एक बहुत एक महत्वपूर्ण प्रभार उनको दिया है। उनको एक बागडोर संभालने के लिए कहा है कि एक वो भी गृह मंत्रालय का वो बहुत ही आवश्यक थी अरुणाचल प्रदेश के लिए खास तौर।
And I'm glad that Kiren Rijiju, like people, a youngster, is being elected to the parliament. The entire Arunachal Pradesh today is very proud of him being inducted in the Home Ministry.
Takam Sanjoy, who had lost to Rijiju in the Lok Sabha polls, also congratulated his successor.
And I would extend my best wishes to ensure that we all work together to ensure that Arunachal Pradesh and the country develop well, involving each and every section of the society.
Eastern Sky Media was the first to come out with the story on Northeastern representatives, including a lady advocate being assaulted by advocates in Tees Hazari Court. And now this issue has culminated into a larger movement similar to the uprising in the late Nido Tanya case to demand for justice when such racist attacks persist in the national capital. Here's a special report. Justice failed. The very people who right the wrong took to a lawless path. It all started when Inder Narayan, a practicing advocate, allegedly molested a 30-year-old Naga lady at Vishwavidyalaya metro station. The situation took a tragic turn when advocates chose to attack fellow female advocate defending the molestation victim and even physically assaulted Northeast representatives inside the Tees Hazari court in broad daylight. Even the presiding judge Mona I. Karkelta remained a silent witness to this lawlessness. An FIR filed against the alleged assaulters still brings no concrete action.
This is really a shocking incident.
All those who are involved in assaulting, they should be debarred from bar council.
We condemn such type of incident.
I spit out from my mouth, all the blood, I was bleeding before.
And then they just came and pushed me here and then they tried to hit me.
Eastern Sky Media had spoken with the assault victims.
I am being attacked being an advocate. Now, what confidence would I give to a victim or maybe to my friend to say that, go and file a police complaint? Because after all, this is going to come to the court. And if the advocate has to behave this way, where do the justice come from?
I'm afraid, even myself, that how will I fight the case, because I have seen what exactly has happened in the court, just in front of the judge and also in front of many policemen. After informing the police that I'm not safe anymore, I'm not been able to be protected by the police, but nothing much have done by the police as well as by the judge.
While on one hand, some lawyers at 30 Hazari Court chose to abuse the sanctum of justice, on the other hand, prominent, conscientious lawyers are taking a stand for these Northeast victims. Eastern Sky Media spoke to two such advocates who will be taking on the case.
This act of assaulting anyone in court, a witness, by a lawyer or by any person is interference in the process of justice, and it's a very serious offense and it should be punished very severely. This amounts to criminal contempt of court because it obstructs the rule of law.
We are, as lawyers, we are priests in this temple of justice, and if priests are restrained to do an act or to be in their courts or in their temples, so this is a very shameful act and it has to be dealt with in a very stringent manner.
The outrage of the Northeast community can be seen today in New Delhi, where they have taken to the streets and are marching from Hindi Bhavan to the Bar Council of India, where they will be demanding debarring of those lawyers who attacked Northeast people inside a courtroom.
Those persons who are assigned to speak to the media, they are Santila.
Advocate Angelica states that parliamentarians also need to work closely and get involved in such issues.
We urge the new parliamentarians who are there that let's come to a table now. You have not come and sat with us as civil society, as individuals, as Northeast people. So we need to sit down, we need to come to a table that you listen to us and we listen to you, and that even the parliamentarians that we will back them, we will support them, that they should take this voice ahead to the parliament and they should raise this in the question hour, and they should be very bold and very strong about it, and that is what we demand. They have never come and supported us outrightly.
We are demanding that all the people who are responsible, who are part of the assault, around 50 lawyers had to be punished, and they had to be punished according to, even they had to be removed from their professional. And again, the main agenda is that racism has to be accepted in India and is a hate crime. And then, we are against the racism.
Under the Advocates Act of 1961, any bar member who commits misconduct, professional or otherwise, is liable to be suspended or dismissed from the Bar Council of India. But this upstanding judicial institute remains a silent spectator to the cries for justice from the Northeast community in New Delhi. With camera person Somnath Patra, this is Prashanti reporting for Eastern Sky Media. Sarbananda Sonowal, BJP President of the Assam unit, has acquired the portfolio of Minister of State in independent charge for skill development, entrepreneur, youth affairs and sports in Modi's ministry. This move seems to be an appreciation of BJP shaking up the Congress bastion of Assam, this time around with 7 out of 14 seats in their kitty. After his oath, Sarbananda Sonowal credited people of Assam for his new post and showing confidence to Modi's leadership. He attributed the dismal show of Congress party in the state to rampant corruptions and continuous misgovernance. However, he remained curt when it came to the Bodoland issue and said a proper political dialogue was required.
If you consider the victory as a credit, it is not the credit should not come to me, the credit should go to the people of Assam, because it is the people of Assam who have decided to vote BJP for a sense, for development, for security of their interest, their life and property. So that is why I always, sincerely thanks to the people of Assam, because they have, this thing, expressed their confidence in Modi's leadership. And they have a great feelings and great expectation from Modi ji, that Modi ji will definitely bring changes to their life.
Itanagar police has arrested Nada Omo, an administrative officer of PWD department in Itanagar, for his alleged role in the death of Arati Mise under mysterious circumstances at RK Mission Hospital on May 20th. Meanwhile, youth wing of Adi Bane Kebang and Adi Student Union organized a candlelight solidarity march from IG Park to Solon Ground. It is alleged that Omo had kidnapped Arati and brutally assaulted her. She was later admitted to the hospital as Sumpi Borang in an unconscious state with an ulterior motive to conceal the facts. According to the Superintendent of Police Capital Complex, the case has been registered under Section 302 of the IPC.
We got an information on 21st regarding death of Aarti at RK Mission Hospital. So based on the complaint from the relatives, we have registered a case of 302 murder, and after the preliminary inquiry, the postmortem of the body has been conducted, and the postmortem report is awaited. Based on the initial inquiry, we have arrested one prime accused, Nada Omo. The accused and the girl Arati, they had come from East Siang district on 15th May to Itanagar, and they were staying in the accused house. And the girl was admitted to RK Mission Hospital on 20th after being paralyzed on one side. So next day she succumbed and she passed away on 21st May. So now the investigation is in progress. The alleged accused has been arrested and we are waiting for the postmortem report.
The case is underway as the investigation team is still awaiting the postmortem report.
अभी तक पुलिस ये बोला है पोस्टमार्टम रिपोर्ट भी हम लोग नहीं देखा है, वो भी आया नहीं है। पोस्टमार्टम 22 को हुआ है, 22 को हुआ तो पोस्टमार्टम अभी तक नहीं दिया। अभी और फोरेंसिक रिपोर्ट भी आज का दिस इज 27, टुडे इज 27, आज तक नहीं भेजा है। तो हम लोग इसमें भी थोड़ा लग रहा है और किसी एक्सपर्ट से हम लोग पूछेंगे ये इतना दिन रखने का बाद सबूत मिलता है कि नहीं मिलता है, ये भी हम लोग जानना जरूरी है।
नहीं, हम पुलिस को रिक्वेस्ट कर रहा है कि वो मेरा बेटी का जैसे भी इंसाफ दिलाना है, जस्टिस मिलना चाहिए।
India's new finance minister Arun Jaitley has committed to repair public finances and restore confidence to the investors. Jaitley, who is a suave corporate lawyer and close aide of Prime Minister Narendra Modi, is keen to advance reforms that were stalled under the previous scandal-ridden government. Growth had dropped to a decade low of below 5% under the outgoing government. Taking the rein tighter, Jaitley is set to focus on restoring the pace of growth, control inflation and focus on fiscal consolidation. Jaitley has also hinted at some cabinet expansion.
I'm conscious of the fact that I am taking over at a very challenging time, particularly when there is a need to rebuild the confidence in the Indian economy. The challenges are very obvious. We have to restore back the pace of growth, contain inflation, and obviously concentrate on fiscal consolidation itself. The mandate which our government has received has an inbuilt hope in it. And I'm sure a political change itself sends a strong signal to the global community itself as also the domestic investors. And I think over the next few months, by expediting decision-making processes, I'm sure we'll be able to build on that.
Even 9 years after its establishment, District Jail at Julie in Itanagar is in dire need of proper security facilities. District Jail at Julie Village came into existence with a capacity of 56 inmates in 2005 in order to facilitate proper justice delivery system and to ease the often overcrowded jails in Itanagar and Naharlagun. The district jail was constructed with an estimated cost of Rs 2 crore 50 lakhs with a provision for security measures like CCTV cameras, searchlight, etc. Very often we hear stories about people who do charity and talk about it. But some like Takupilia from Hija village never wished to be known or called a hero. Here's a man who understands the value of small things as the beginning of great things. 45 years old Takupilia, an agriculture field officer and a social worker from Hija village in Zero, helped people in a very sensible way. His contribution may not be huge in monetary value, but they are unique and thoughtful contributions which cannot go unnoticed. They are as small as umbrellas for the priests which helps them from getting drenched, washing soaps for the villagers as he believed that cleanliness is important for good health. Little Anna Hibu, whose roots lie in Arunachal Pradesh, is all of 8 years and is set to compete in the national level karate championship towards the end of this month, post her winning the gold medal in sub-junior category of the Delhi Karate Championship. Anna thanked her coach and parents and shared her love for karate with Eastern Sky Media. Her training sessions with a black belt karate guru, Vishal Jaiswal, is indeed helping her progress in the sport. Anna's parents, Robin Hibu and Mrs. Z.P. Hibu, encourage her and her elder sister Abhyang to take up sports like karate. They are very proud of young Anna. Robin Hibu, who is also Delhi Police Joint Commissioner, further cites the need for sports like karate to be introduced in school curriculum. Joining Anna in her intensive practice sessions are young Pia and Anna's elder sister Abhyang. Both the girls also participated at the Karate State Level Championship but could not qualify for the nationals. Abhyang talks about how it is fun practicing with her sister. We have with us the little karate prodigy herself. Only 8 years old, Anna Hibu has already made a name for herself in the world of karate in India. So Anna, these are like a lot of medals that you have here. So how did you feel winning the Delhi sub-junior category?
I thank you, Vishal sir, that you have taught us the karate and I have won the gold medal in the Karate World Championship. Thank you, Vishal sir.
We are here with the parents of young Anna Hibu. So ma'am, how did you feel when she won the sub-junior category recently in Delhi?
I definitely felt very proud and I feel humbled to have such daughters. And as a mother, I would like to plead every parents, especially those who are having daughters, to send their daughters for martial arts training so that they become self-dependent, self-secured, so that we don't feel insecure when they're out at night, in the middle of the night, so that they can walk hands in hand with the boys when we are not there with them also. So.
All right. So, ma'am, you mentioned a very important question, which is about, the fact that sports like karate is just taken as an extracurricular activity. So, you've been in Delhi Police and you've been in Delhi for a long time now. So, what would you like, to say to the government to especially include sports like this in a curriculum, in school curriculums?
I feel if it is made it mandatory, it will be very good, like NCC, so that every girls can learn, and I feel that will empower them physically, mentally, and not only for security point of view, there will be more discipline. And I think we have already scoped for that. There is a lot of physical training instructors in the schools of, all over the country. And if we can explore them, we can send them for a specialized training, and that module can be taught in the school. These physical training teachers can be sent for a specialized, and those who are still have a young age. And still there are so many trainers, they've come back from abroad, like this teacher is just returned from Japan. They can be used, they can be hired. Now Delhi Police, we are hiring them to teach our police, women's, all ranks police at Police Training College. I think this is one of the very good area we can explore, and I'm sure we'll take note of that.
This is all from Eastern Sky Media for today. This is Prashanti signing off.